This video is about a really quick and easy way to build rapport and connect with kids, improve their speech development, increase their compliance, and prosocial behaviors. This goes by many different names. In the play therapy world, it's called tracking. In conscious discipline, it's called noticing. In PCIT, or parent-child interaction therapy, it's the skill of describing. And a lot of other people call it sportscasting. And what it is basically giving a play-by-play of what a child is doing. The really important thing about this is that you are not asking any questions. You are just describing. And the other thing about it is that there's no judgment. You're never going to say, I like how you're doing this, or I love how you're doing this. If you've been doing that with students, please don't be mad at yourself. You were trained to do that by someone who just didn't know that there's a better way. Would I rather hear a teacher saying, I like how Sarah is cleaning up the Legos rather than not providing any praise at all? Absolutely. But I would encourage you to try to kind of get yourself out of the habit of saying, I like how someone is doing this. And just simply describe what you're seeing. You're pulling those apart, putting the green one on the red one, putting that one on, putting a blue one on, and a white one on, putting that one over there, deciding what you want to do next. You're looking at the green one, putting that one on. Now you're putting a dark green one on top of the light green one, putting a black one in the middle, putting that one on top, and now an orange one on top, taking those apart, deciding what to do, putting that one on, putting a little yellow one on top, and a green one next to the yellow one, taking those apart, putting the orange one, you're moving it around, you decided to put it there. You decided to use the blue Play-Doh, you're taking the lid off, pulling it out with your fingers, you're pulling really hard to get it out, you're trying to get it out that way. It's hard to get that Play-Doh out, but you keep trying different ways. You're going to see if that helps get it out. You're putting that away. You're going to pull with your fingers again. You're squeezing it and rolling it between your hands, squeezing it in your hand, rolling it again, rolling it on the table. Squishing that together, you're squishing it down on the table, pressing it flat with your fingers, making a round shape, pressing it some more, seeing if the butterflies was too big, so you're going to make it bigger, trying the butterfly again, and it fits this time, you're pressing it down with your fingers, pulling it up. Some of the Play-Doh stuck to the butterfly. You're squishing those together, getting something. Well, you figured out that that toothpick can knock those pieces out of the butterfly. Getting them all out with the toothpick. Just rolling them together. Rolling it out that way. It's getting longer and longer when you roll it on the table. Rolling it some more. Now you're getting the knife. You're going to cut it into little pieces. You're cutting more pieces. Putting all the pieces over there. Moving them. They're all in a pile. Now you're pressing that piece, getting it flatter, getting the spatula and turning it over. You're smushing it with the spatula, getting it flatter. Now you're cutting it in half. Now that I've been doing this for a while, you may be thinking that this is pretty strange, and when you first start doing this, it will feel really weird. It feels more and more natural the more that you do it. There's really not many better ways to make a child feel seen and heard than kind of giving a play-by-play of what they're doing. And a lot of times kids who are struggling in school, it's because they haven't always felt seen and heard. So I really encourage you to start using this at school. You're making a star. You're showing me the star and putting it over there. Squeezing that all together. You're putting it back in. You're smushing it down with your fingers so it'll all fit inside. Really squishing it down there. Getting your little pieces and putting them in one by one. Getting them all in there. Squishing them down. Putting the lid on. You're making sure it's on nice and tight so the Play-Doh will be soft for the next person. Cleaning up everything. Looks like you're drawing a house. You're adding a window. And another window. Gonna color in the roof, color in the bottom and the middle. Getting that roof all colored in. Trying to stay in the lines. Doing that edge and the bottom edge. You're adding a chimney. Getting another marker. There's some smoke coming out of the chimney. They must be burning a fire inside to keep warm. Deciding which color you want. You're checking the other box. Got a red one. Making the door with the red one. You're adding a doorknob. Now you're going to color in the house, coloring under the window, and beside the window, on top of the window, on the other side of the window, and the door. Color in the bottom of that side of the house, on the side of the window. Getting the top colored in. The whole house is blue. Now you're drawing something with the brown marker. Coloring it in. Got the green one. Oh, looks like you're making a tree. Coloring it in green. Now you've got the red marker. Oh, looks like you're adding some fruit. It's a fruit tree. You're drawing a person, adding a face. The person feels happy. You're adding some hair, adding hands and feet. All right, you've heard me do it. Rewind, mute, and give it a try yourself.